Well, joining me now from Lviv in the western part of Ukraine is Alim Aliev. He is the Deputy Director of the Ukrainian Institute. Good to have you on the show, sir. It seems when you look at these peace talks, despite being in their very early stages, perhaps is sort of picking up some momentum. When you look at the Istanbul talks just at the beginning of the week, two areas that seem to be a common denominator is the fate of the Crimean Peninsula. This is an area that you're very familiar with, and the Donbas region. I mean, from a Ukrainian perspective, is the country ready to make any concessions, or can it be said that any sort of giving up of territory in favor of a peace deal is essentially going to be political suicide?
Yeah, thank you. During 8 years, we have an occupation of Crimea, and I'm a Crimean Tatar originally. My nation is mostly there, mostly in Crimea. And for today, we have in Crimea a new colonization by Russia. But this full-scale war in Ukraine by Russia gives a tragic situation. For example, Mariupol, where 1,000, a lot of people who staying and waiting for humanitarian aid are like a hostage in Mariupol. And, for today, Crimean Tatars almost all support Ukraine. All of us, we are like volunteers in different regions of Ukraine. And we also, and me, like a Crimean Tatar and also Deputy Director of Ukrainian Institute, we call to boycott of Russian culture, because it's not the cancel of Russian culture. It's because Russia has been using the great culture to justify, downplay, and steer public attention away from the countless war crimes. Acts of aggression, violation of human rights and international law. For today, it's war of about our state and our identity.
Alim, I mean, you made several references to what happened 8 years ago with the Russian taking over the Crimean Peninsula. You've said that there have been thousands, perhaps tens of thousands of human rights violations documented. Talk to us about what you saw then, any similarities to what we're seeing today.
Yeah, in general, human rights defenders documented more than 3,000 cases of the human rights violations on the peninsula for the last 8 years on the temporary occupation territory. Among them, 130 cases of people placed under detention. A lot of Crimean Tatar children have been left without father care. And for today, for example, we see the similar situation in different parts of Ukraine where we have war. Such situation we have in Kherson region now, for example, when Russian occupied authorities and army entered to the region and trying to do from the propaganda, trying to do with the people, pro-Russian people. But most of all Ukrainians, most of all Crimean Tatars, of course, support Ukraine. And we also struggle for our identity and for our land.
Okay. Alim Aliev, thank you very much for joining us here on the NewsHour. I do appreciate hearing that angle in this conflict. I do appreciate it. Thank you.